Hello, everybody. It's round two of this Wednesday's EGL tournament. My name is Alpha Jackal, and I'm joined by Tyrannus for this game. It's Team Recess versus Dynasty Esports. Tyrannus, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great on this actually Wednesday, and I was about to say Tuesday. Excited for to be able to be here and cast another week of EGL. That was a very interesting game. Last game, I will say that watch that one. It was looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah, and the Nemesis and Alcon going to be banned away by Team Recess, one of those high-pressure junglers going down. Dynasty Esports, they're going to be taking away Rasexter and Susano, so four jungle bans already. It's going to be a support pick by Team Recess. It's going to be Athena. I'm surprised they didn't pick up the jungler yet, considering how high value they seem to be with these bans.
Yeah, surprised they didn't pick up the jungle or the Fafnir. He seems to be a very highly prioritized pick, and especially like you said, I feel the Athena they could have got later, or go for something higher if they didn't want the Fafnir. Also, I just want to point out it's a little upsetting. They're still trolling with the Anubis. They hover the Anubis for you, Alpha, and then they go ahead and lock in Athena instead.
I know, I was told, I was given a promise by them that they would pick Anubis, and that they're going to hover it 5 times. Are they seriously going to hover it 5 times? Raijin gets locked up by Dynasty Esports. I think Anubis actually has a decent matchup against Raijin. I mean, yes, he's standing still, but your burst outshines the burst of Raijin.
Yeah, it does definitely outshine the burst of Raijin. Right now, they did it again. Maybe they're. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go back to it one more time before we talk a little more. They are gonna pick it in the second half of bans just for you. I do like they do lock in Geb. So actually, are we gonna see a Geb mid here? I mean, I heard it works. I heard it works.
It potentially works. You just have to have a decent enough jungler to help alleviate the weak early clear of Gap, especially against a god like Raijin. Chiron going to be picked up for Dynasty Esports, but with the removal of Golden Bow and with the return of the Transcendence builds and maybe sometimes even the Death's Toll builds, Chiron certainly has come back into the swing of things. Athena, I think, is either going to be the jungle or solo, with Gep going to be the support. Hui in the mid lane still leaves room for another magical and physical damage source throughout the rest of the team.
Yeah, I was just poking a little fun there, though. We saw it in relegations not work out so but yeah, like you said, if it does get going, they do need a team comp ahead of them. Although I do still right now like Dynasty Esports team overall as far as the first three picks go.
I mean, they're certainly banning out Major Cell Dynasty Esports, believing that Geb or Athena are not going to be going into the mid lane. It's going to be the Scylla and Zeus bans with Dynasty Esports. Team Recess going to be going ahead, banning out Thor and Odin. I'd say that's two. I said that's 1.5 junglers banned away by Team Recess in the second half. Odin, you can put him in the solo, you can put him in the jungle, you can even put him in the support. You don't seem to see him in the support role that often these days.
Yeah, Dynasty Sports, meanwhile, they go ahead and get rid of the Zeus and the Scylla, so they obviously do not think we are going to see a Geb mid lane. So that, like you already said, Athena jungle, possibly solo, the Geb the support, which most likely will be the way. It looks like they're hovering Bacchus right now. Change that over to Kumbhakarna. So Kumbhakarna most likely in that solo lane, lots of CC, especially just all around, tons of CC, especially that sleepy time. He just sleeps you, leaves you there for a while, and you're not in the fight at all.
And yeah, Kumbhakarna been locked in, but so far the team coming out from Recess, where they have the Athena and the Geb, that can help us keep a single target alive for a lot longer. Really says that Anubis could potentially be a pick. The mana going to get locked in for the solo lane. They still need a mid mage.
I believe.
And for the fifth time, they've hovered on Anubis.
I believe this Anubis is getting locked in.
They
wouldn't do that to you. They would not. They wouldn't do that to you again.
I mean, they've done it 4 times already today. Will they do it if they've actually locked it in? They've locked in Anubis!
They've locked it in for you. There you go.
There we go. Like I said, they've got a team comp right now which suits the Anubis. They have a lot of zone control and peel. They have single target survivability on the 2 supports in Athena and Geb. And they also have a backline disruptor in the mana. It's built to help Anubis build space around him.
Yeah, so now it looks like on the side of Dynasty, they're going to be looking for their jungler. We had a lot of junglers already banned out. Still some up, though, obviously. You can go the Fenrir, the Kali. They lock in a Guan Yu. So could that be a Fafnir jungle?
No, that most likely would be a Guan Yu jungle. What they would like to do with this Guan Yu jungle, because Guan Yu is probably one of the best, if not the best, god at getting into the backline despite what's going on in the front line. I mean, he just doesn't care. And that's really what you want to be doing to an Anubis, is just not caring about the backline, just killing the Anubis as quickly as possible, and then worry about the rest of the team. but you can't really give space and time to Hu Yi as well. So Guan Yu's there to help give sustain and make sure that they can deal with both of these high-value targets as quickly as possible.
So right now, looking at both teams, a lot of control on the side of Recess, a lot of CC on the side of Dynasty. Recess has a lot as well, but given these two drafts right now, who do you give the nod to?
I mean, overall, I'd like to say that Team Recess do have this comp on lockdown. They've built and draft around the Anubis perfectly, I want to say. I mean, they could have had a Thor in the jungle instead and put the Athena into the solo lane, but they banned away the Thor. They could have had an Odin as well to stop gods like 1U in their tracks. But the team comp that looks is good. However, on the other side, it's a very tanky lineup. It's very resilient and very sustainable. It's very difficult to be able to burst through that.
Yeah, so we just saw the Fafnir last game, 0-0 and 22. What he brings to the table in his ultimate form, that could really dictate these team fights come the end game, keeping that Raijin alive and just giving that power buff to the entire team. So we'll have to see once we get into game.
Yeah, we're going to take a short break and we'll be back after these messages. Hello, everybody. Welcome back after that break. It is Team Recess versus Dynasty Esports. My name is Alpha Chuckle, and I am joined by Tyrannus. How are you doing, mate?
I am doing really well here. So looking at these team comps right now, we do have a Fafnir in the jungle as well as the Athena in the jungle. So Gab's going to go to the traditional support role. Nothing crazy. We've seen tons of Athena jungle as well. So a lot of control though coming out from both junglers. So what do you think of that right now?
I'm thinking it's a mistake to put Fafnir into this, Fafnir into the jungle and Guan Yu into the solo lane. I'd love to have seen Kumba go up against Isus, or maybe even Fafnir go up against Isus on this for mana, and to put Guan Yu into the jungle, allow him to dictate the pace of the map early, because that's what you really want to be doing with the cavalry charge against this Anubis, and it's just not going to be able to be possible if you're going to be pressured out consistently by this for mana.
Yeah, makes sense. We also have, which we've seen now, a bunch. We have Bass coming out from both junglers. Obviously, they're clear as well. Level 1 isn't the greatest, so that's going to help them both get to lane first. No crazy builds, it looks like, on either side, though.
I mean, I like the build coming out. Gone straight away into some early life steal with the tiny trinkets, and that's what you really want to be doing with Anubis. Get that backcross talent online as quickly as possible, just so you can be a bit more sustainable in lane. Going for the grasping hands, it looks like, at rank 1 rather than the Plague of Locust. Cuts his clear time down a bit, but he also makes him a lot more safe in the mid lane.
Yeah, a lot safer. And then also with that, Bancroft's talent recently got a buff in the last month or so, so he's going to be able to get that full 100, that full damage when he's not at 0 health a little bit earlier.
The Mana and Athena making their rotations towards the Fire Elemental's going to be able to clear those ones up. The Inferno and Iceland and the Raijin not looking to go for these right side mid Harpies, just hanging around the area, look to try and maybe get a steal as Araza Contodo. People really need to get easier to pronounce names down at this level. He made the like rotation over towards the mid lane.
Yeah, not sure. Yeah, some interesting names for sure. But looks like right now Athena and Anubis are going to go ahead and take those left mid camps, and Raijin and Ras Contodo, they're going to go ahead and secure the right mid camps.
You can see how much they're really wanting to protect this Anubis. 4 wards have come out early from Team Recess, and they've completely controlled the entrances towards the mid lane, just so Anubis knows exactly when to get out and when to go aggressive. And Kirisuno's going to be there as well, just to help with some peel and maybe even secure him some extra damage.
In the duo lane right now, just looks like Geb and Hoi are getting pushed around a little bit, which is to be expected with the Chiron and Kumba lane. They have some very nice clear compared to the Geb and Hoi right now.
Yeah, backup's going to be cleared up by Team Recess. Backup is also going to get cleaned up by Dynasty Esports, although they were a bit slower on the clear time. But given that they went for the quicker Harpies to get to and from the lane from, they should find themselves back in lane at an even time.
Yeah, it should be just fine. Looks like Vamana's getting poked out a little bit, getting chased down. Doesn't look like any kill potential in the solo lane. Just going to go ahead and clear that wave. He is going into his ultimate, though, just to get that regen and make sure he can safely get under his T1 tower.
I think Isus there could have baited a bit harder there with his Vamana, could have held longer. There's actually going to be a small pause coming out by the Myson as Team Recess look to have a bit of technical difficulties. But that ultimate play was a bit suspect there, a bit of fear from Isus from the side of Elnids.
Yeah, a little bit of fear there. Elnids, he's not 5 with this pause coming out, so he didn't really have potential for a hardcore chase down. So I don't think, to be honest, he probably didn't even need to use the ult at all, and he could have safely gotten out of there with minimal poke.
I mean, what this does is allows Elnids and Arasa Contodo to come over here and get a kill onto Isus a lot more easily. They know that the regen is coming down, and it's Kirisuto that has DC'd on the Athena. Wait for him to come back before this pause goes off. But they have this opportunity now to get first blood onto this Vamana, and then look to have Guan Yu rotate from this advantage which he has in the solo lane towards the mid lane, and put a lot more pressure on the Anubis. This is where it could fall apart. That one play could be the turning point in the entire game.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, solo lane, so he's going to go with that teleport. So he also will have no CC immunity without that ultimate. We'll see when this on pause comes, if they go ahead, take advantage of that ult being down and collapse on him.
I mean, the one saving grace for Isus, though, is that if he is disciplined in his play and holds on to his dash, his clear the path, then he'll still be safe-ish. He'll still be able to get out of dodge just fine. He'll have to go back to base and probably sacrifice a wave at the most. to get back to lane, but it will be worth it if he gets out for free.
And if Athena comes back, if Kirisudo comes back, obviously with the Athena already being level 5, can also Defender of Olympus over there if he does get caught off guard, give him that 20% damage reduction and help him out a little bit.
And there we go, he has reconnected, so the pause should be going away any second now. But Raijin versus Anubis in the mid lane. Raijin still not hit level 4. Anubis has hit that level 5, so if Inferno gets caught out by a Mummify, gonna have to use the Purification to get away. That leaves a wide open opportunity for Kirisudo because he's going to get a kill onto it.
Yeah, lots of CC as far as the taunt and that wrap coming out of this mid-jungle combo. So if they get speeds burned on either one of those, they really can go ahead.
Oh, right-hand side. Elnid's going to go aggressive. Defender of Olympus comes out here, and they look to try and get a return kill to Elnid. He's got a bit too aggressive. Clear the path has already been used. The taunt is going to be good, and the shield wall is going to be enough damage. Jesus claims first blood.
Very nice job. During the pause, I said we can have Kirisudo go ahead and ult over onto the Vermont.
Oh, but left-hand
exactly
side. Oh, it's a lot of aggression. Good purification coming out from Patch. Mice are going aggressive once more. But again, they're looking to try and get a kill to come, but they might actually find it. But he's forced to passive.
Gonna force passive. I don't think, Patch isn't gonna be able to stop this, so they're gonna go ahead and pick up that kill. One kill onto Ice Burvin here on this Houyi.
That was good plays coming out from Team Reese's. So 0 kills and then suddenly up to 2. They're looking to start up this Gold Fury. This is what you do with Anubis. If you're not going to get kills with your ultimate, you use it to burn down the map objective. But Mice actually dies. Reese's claim the Gold Fury still, but it could be all for naught if Kirisudo also dies. It's going to be a complete wash.
Absolutely complete wash. Gold Fury this early at the 3:30 mark. 2 kills for the side of Dynasty Esports. So all in all, basically just a wash for that Gold Fury.
I mean, it was a bit of gold advantage still going away with Recess, but it's not as much as you would want to get from a Gold Fury. And with that red buff invade coming out and the pressure coming out from both the mid and left lanes, it's going to be actually an advantage in the favor of Dynasty Esports.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think we hear it in the SPL all the time, the stuff after the stuff, and that's exactly what Dynasty Esports did there. They go ahead and invade the red, they take the boars, and they even get some poke on it mid-side. They actually went all the way over and even invaded the speed buff, so Athena's not going to have that speed buff as well.
Isus level 8 versus Elnid's level 6. Both of them have popped their ultimates. Isus, he's still fine for now. Isefe was lucky to try and get some chase going on, but he recognized the fact that he wouldn't have had much follow-up. Yes, the pick up was there, but it just wouldn't have been enough.
Yeah, but again, we'll see if they try to take advantage. Last time they tried to take advantage of Izus' ult being down, Izus actually turned it on him with the help of Kirisudo and got a kill, so we'll see if they try again on Izus or if they just let it be.
So Kazuzuko still hasn't gone back to the base to purchase his first item. He could go for the full-on Bancroft's rush at the very beginning, or he has enough gold right now to do that, but he can go back and buy himself full shoes and a match as well for 1,600 gold and give himself a couple of other potions, or maybe some wards as well. But the war coverage coming out so far from Team Reassess has been absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, what do we got here? 6, plus they have Gold Fury as well. So 7 wards coming out on the side of Team Recess. They're really winning this vision battle.
I mean, all of the wards so far have come out from Geb, Athena, and Vermana, the 3 supports. I mean, one ward has just been placed down by Ice Burvin as well. So the one person who really wants to be placing down wards, hasn't been picking them up.
Yeah, exactly. Not picking them up there. But overall, like you already stated, a lot of vision coming out of there. Looks like we have a rotation coming out from Eris Cantado to the duo lane, seeing if they can catch this Houyi out of position. Athena does spot it out. I expect Ice Burvin to be fine.
I mean, he's just looking at the fact that but that's a tell that there is a ward there. If you know that somebody's on a ward there at the left-hand side near your lane, just don't look at them. Try and make it so they're wasting their time. This is going to be a good use there. Cataclysm is going to be immune to amount of purification. Ice Burvin looks for the kill with the Sunbreaker ultimate. One more tick would have done the job, but he's going to get out just fine as Patch.
Yeah, Eris Cantado's going to go in his ultimate. I don't think that was needed there. But he goes ahead, hops in his ult, pushes the duo lane off. Really nice job of purification beads by Patch above there. That's really what saved preemptively beadsing before the Geb Cataclysm allowed him to go ahead and escape that.
Alright, so Isu's currently having complete dominion over his solo lane. Over 1,000 gold in the lead. In fact, it's closer to 1,200 gold than you would expect. And it's looking pretty for him right now. He can look to influence the mid lane now, look to invade against the jungle, and there's not much else on this one you can do about it.
No, I mean, we see him right now between the T1 and T2, just proxy farming, just pushing that wave further and further up. Looks like he's going to try and invade these back camps. Fafnir is there. But right now, Izu's very comfortable lead. And we all know what Vamana does. Gets that ult, takes tower. So I expect him to be able to start rotating a lot earlier than this Guan Yu.
Looks like there's 4 members in the right-hand side. Gold Fury is down, so they can do this safely. The Umbrella Rank's going to be off the mark, completed by Isus, but the taunt is going to be good onto Ellis. Forces out the cavalry charges. They look to maybe turn this one back on his head. I was getting a quick cheeky slap from his horse onto Isus as he turns back and says, I don't want this.
Yep, got the ultimate coming out of Alnita, so they can look to gank that lane again. No ultimates were used on the side of Team Recess there, so they have full control now if they go ahead and try and gank him again.
I'm expecting an ADC fight to go down at any second now. Spurfin has the mini advantage. He wants to go in right now, but Patch is doing a good job of just actually backing off, making sure Spurfin can't go anywhere. He's going to use the Sunbreaker ultimate anyway. Here's Hu Yi, and the ADC fight has gone into full fruition. Going to be a good stun there and good dash from Patch. He's actually going to stop it and look to try and turn some damage back onto him. Good even trade.
Good even trade. Spurfin there, I feel like he used that ultimate just to not give Patch an escape route. But Patch was able to get that dash and knock up Spurfin to safely escape.
A bit of a contest going on with his left side mid Harpies. Anubis actually leveling up his Plague of Locust over his Mummify. Usually you see players leveling up their Mummifies, their second ability, so they have a bit of a stun, bit more of a stun time for their ultimate. But the amount of CC coming off the rest of the team is taunts and a Cataclysm. We're going to be there for the setup, the stun coming out from Hu Yi, the knockup from Izus. He just doesn't need the Mummify to be an extra 0.5 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Right now they're just playing that. Basically protect the Goobis team comp right now. They have tons of CC. Goobis just needs to worry about getting that damage off.
I mean, all he needs to do right now is save up enough gold to go back and finish up that sweet backroll sell, and then he should be a-okay to go. They're going to start up the gold for you once again. The Feather Flips comes out onto the Anubis, and it's already down to half HP, but they know it's going down. They know what's happening. Can they get there in time? Team Recess is running Gold Fury. Out comes the Taiko Drums. It's going to be a double taunt onto Kusuto and Mice. They are both looking like they're going to fall. Again, Kusuto could be getting out here. Good Mummify. Kusuto's going to get stunned. Mice rolls away to freedom, and dash for Kusuto is going to be good to get him out as well. And they get the Gold Fury for free.
Very nice job there by Team Recess. Last time they got that Gold Fury, gave up 2 kills and all their buffs. This time, they're able to go ahead and escape. Really nice job by the Meissen on that Geb, waiting until most of the CC came out to start his rollout.
Patch in the back. He was looking for the kill onto the Athena, but she managed to get back to base just in time, and then just cut off in the escape path, though. Good double talk coming out of the middle as they look to try and get the kill up into the air. Goes! Kusuto on a very goose chase. Isaac is going to be going down into his passive form. Good body blocks coming out from the Fafnir, but he's not going to be able to do it for too long. And there we go. That's going to be a kill. Kazuzuko claims his first kill of the game.
Yeah, Eris Cantado, really good job there. Unfortunately, he was going to die himself if he kept body blocking there. So not only did Team Recess go ahead and pick up the Gold Fury, they find 2 kills returned, and they're now sieging this T1 tower.
But Elnis is not happy about this. Going to his cavalry charge. He's just going to get out of that stun thanks to the Gev shield coming out from Meissen. They're going to be able to take down this tower. A-okay. No need for minions. He's just going to be taking this one up. They need to get out of dodge right away, though. They're going to do just that. Secure the tower, secure the Gold Fury, secure some kills. It's a big win for Team Recess.
Absolutely. Athena making that rotation over to solo lane. Looks like everybody, though, on the side of Team Recess, they're going to go ahead and back, spend that gold that they just got from those team fights, from the Gold Fury and the T1. Meanwhile, Dynasty Esports, though, they notice everyone back, so they're going to go ahead and at least get something, get a return T1 in this mid lane.
I mean, the speed buff has also just spawned, and remember, it was invaded last time, so they do have the timer on this buff. They're going to go straight for it. Kusuto, he also recognizes that it is up and looking to try and take it down. Going to be stolen away by Dynasty Esports, though it could be all for nothing. Elnit going to be eating the death gaze. He's just going to be claiming that kill with the Armored Umbrella. Isaac going to be knocked up into the air by to clear the path. Good corrupt strength toss coming out from the Fafnir, and Mez coming out from Kubukana allows him to escape.
Very nice job. Just able to peel for his team, Eris Cantado there on that Fafnir for the curse strength. Although they did lose Alnitas, he is falling further and further behind this Vamana. Now, 1.5, almost 2k gold behind him.
Oh, he's in a lot of trouble right now. It's actually going to fall down to the Fafnir jungle. They did take the blue buff, but I don't think it's going to be too much worth. Kazuzuko is very dead on this Anubis. Going to be a double kill for the Fafnir jungle. Look at Kusuto to manage to get the taunt with the final beat of the Taiko drops. This is going to be an escaping Athena thanks to Defender Olympus.
Really nice at Dynasty Sports, finding return kills in a lot of these fights or after the fights go down, at least to keep them in the game right now. Team Recess seem to have controlled this, but every so often after these fights, Dynasty Sports really pushing. They're starting fire here. I don't think they could do this right now. Looks like they are going to go ahead and pull off.
No, they definitely can't do Fire Giant. I mean, they do have a factor, but they don't exactly have a bursting team comp with an Anubis and Ao Kuang core for damage, really.
Yeah, exactly. And Fafnir's ultimate was down as well, getting that double kill in that solo lane.
Gold Fury is still not spawned for the next 1 minute 45 seconds, so all ultimates should be back up for that next engagement. Gev's going to be caught out here by the Fafnir and Kumbhakarna duo, the very fearful Fafnir and Kumbhakarna duo. You do not want to see them up. The uppercut is going to come out. They look to try and get the kill. Dashing in is Patch, but a not body block Gev as best as they could.
Yeah, Patch making that dash in. Cataclysm coming out of the Gev. He's trying to escape. Here comes Kazuku on Kazis on this Anubis, trying to help out his Gev, and he does do enough damage to go ahead and pull Dynasty Esports away.
Because Kazuku there uses the Plague of Locusts first and then elects to use the Death Gaze. If he used the Death Gaze first, probably would have picked up the kill onto Kumbhakarna there, or at least forced him into his passive just outside of his tower. Bit of misuse of abilities there, but Anubis isn't played that often. I'll give him a pass for that one.
Give him a pass down. We did see
triple taunts in the left-hand side. Sorry, Patch is going to fall down here to the ticks from Anubis. No, one more tick should have done. He's going to get out. A-OK is the Chiron, but that's going to leave his team at a major deficit in terms of damage, and Elder's going to feel the full force of Ice Bourbon.
Another taunt coming out of Kurusu does pick up that kill on El Nidas. Now, taunt coming out from the drums, but not enough to go ahead and get the kill from the Inferno.
Yeah, there we go. Left-hand side, tier 1 under a tiny bit of pressure right now. All 5 members of Team Recess are on this left-hand side, just back into base for a bit of HP is Kirisuto. The Gold Fury is still down for the next 23 seconds. I think Guadi's going to be back up in that time. That's actually going to be the Arbor Defender of Olympus. Kirisuto wants to get this tail down as quickly as possible and have a full 5-4-1 push over on this left-hand side, tier 2.
I want to point out Eris Cantodo, however you pronounce him. These last few engagements, he's really done a great job peeling with that Curse Strength, pulling Team Recess off of their target and able to go ahead and allow his team to survive.
Well, he's forced to use his ultimate, and he's going to be surrounded by 4 members. He's actually surviving for a lot longer than you would expect, but the Inferno puts a stop to the Colossal Fury, and the Gold Fury is wide open right now. I don't think Team Recess have wards around it.
They do not. They just go ahead. Actually, they have wards from both teams on the Gold Fury right now, so this is being spotted out. Let's see if they can make it in time.
Well, both junglers do have the Wrath available to them. Dynasty Esports do play them with their Wrath, but they may fall down, a couple of them. I mean, the Fafnir jungle that does manage to get away. Thunder Crash over the wall is Inferno, but Patch is caught in between a rock and a hard play. Shell has been forced as well as the Sanctuary for the Chiron. They're going to get out for free as well.
Yeah, it was a 5v4. Geb was making his way into that fight. He does have his Cataclysm available. Might have been a different story if he happened to be there for that fight.
So Athena blink up in the next 60 seconds. You don't usually see Blaze coming out on Athena these days, but with the changes to it, it's now got 10 seconds less on its overall cooldown. And if you are in combat, it's now 3 seconds before it becomes available rather than 5, so it's a bit better and a bit more easier to use.
Yeah, a lot better than what it used to be. You used to see Blink Athena almost all the time back in Season 2, but with the recent buffs to that Blink, could see it possibly making a small comeback.
Plus one hammer and curse picked up by Isus, who really doesn't want anybody to get away from his Colossal Fury. And it just means that if anybody is caught without their dash in terms of Patch or Inferno, that they are most likely going to be dead. But even if they do manage to get a dash away, the curse will allow Isus to get back up and close and personal.
Yeah, and then on the side of Dynasty Sports, they do have a sprint to try and counter that, but right now it is down for 80 seconds. So in the next engagement here, if before that sprint comes back up, that curse can play a huge part in the fight.
The Book of Thought finish for the Anubis already has 18 stacks on it, so it's going to be a bit of a power spike for him. It's going to be an even bigger power spike once he has that Backross Talon finish already up to the Talon Trinket. 60 magical power, 8% life steal, goes up to 100 magical power, and 12% life steal, with, of course, its passive for the small price of 1,030 gold.
Right now, 16 minutes in, extremely close game. Gold and experience both in the side of Team Recess, about 1.2 and 1.4, but that's really basically nothing at this point in the match.
Oh, I see. Beb going to be caught out on the right-hand side. Going to be taunted out of his dash. And it may be lights out, but he's going to knock up Isus into the air. They're going to be happy getting that Epic Uppercut ult on cooldown.
Epic Uppercut is now on cooldown. And meanwhile, in the dual lane, actually looks like Patch is backing off. I thought there might be a fight breaking out, but nothing's happening.
No, and Guan Yu, despite the fact that he is behind, his most appealing feature to him in team comps is his heal. You don't really need levels to get your heal online. You just need cooldown reduction and to make sure that your heal is at an acceptable level. So 14 right now, he has got the max conviction, so he's doing as much healing as he possibly can with his 20% CDI. He needs to get another 20 before he is at maximum efficiency.
And with that team comp over there, with the Kumbhakarna as well as the Fafnir, he doesn't have to initiate at all with his ultimate. He could just sit in the back line or dive the other team's back line, just heal and shred protections. Actually, a lot of protection shred coming out on the side of Dynasty Source between Aras Kantoto and Guan. It does look like Elnidas, though, did DC.
Yeah, yes, DC, and some more surrounded came up for Dynasty Esports. I think they pressed the wrong button to try and find the quick pause button. Just all of them backed up back into their jungle to make sure that they weren't in combat so they could pause. And the unpause comes out, although I don't think they asked the team recess if they were ready. Full unpause comes out now, and the boys, looks like the game is going to be back underway.
Looks like another one, though, here by the Inferno, so we'll see. It does look like Elnidas is back in game. We'll see if they unpause it here shortly.
I think they're just checking that Team Recess are okay for this unpause to go through, and there we go, the unpause does indeed come out. Everybody is ready to play, everybody is good to go. And when we look at the builds right now, Myson, level 12, has access to a second relic, hasn't gone back to pick it up yet, the final relic in the game. Given the relics that are on this team already, what do you expect for them to pick up?
Well, I was actually about to say Blink, but I don't think he needs that with the Athena already having it and initiate with him. They could actually don't have a sprint on the side of Risa, so I'd like to see a sprint come out of that Geb. There is a sprint on the side of Dynasty Esports.
And as Epic looking to try and get a kill onto Kazusuko, actually forces purification already. Epic comes up with a good double top for Kurisuto. Means that there is going to be a small disengage. Patch going to be the recipient of it. Death Gaze. And Inferno's going to be the recipient of it as well. Kazusuko going to fall down to the Inferno, but not before doing a lot of damage to the Ratchet, forcing him out of the fight. So it's essentially a 4 versus 4 for the rest of this engagement. Inferno is still doing a bit of cheeky damage. Double top coming out from Athena. And Elnitz under a lot of pressure. Sperman on a killing spree. Jumping in his RSS and Contodo. And going to go to his dragon form, but it's not going to do too much. It's just going to deter the fight a slight bit.
The Myzen just showed up to the fight. You were talking about him, level 12. He did back. He did actually pick up sprint, so they are now actually in a 4v4 here with him. The big cataclysm coming out. 4 people caught in that, and Team Recess right now is sieging this T2 and on the offensive.
Yeah, the good Chem Shield coming out from Myson as he keeps Kurisuto alive and well. Isus looking to just put a bit more pressure onto Inferno and Patch 12 as they just put them further back. Gold Fury spawning in the next 33 seconds. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it, but Kazusuko is back up and ready to fight with his full complete Bankross talent.
Yeah, he's back up in the fight, and who dropped there? Elnidas? Elnidas is also coming back into this fight as well.
Oh, they're still looking to fight, though. It's going to be a good taunt from Kurisuto. They're going to be looking for Patch 12. Obliterated is the ADC, but not before Kurisuto also falls to the Inferno. Once again, up in the air goes Isu. It's going to go crashing down to low HP. Izepip going to get the second kill in this fight for his team. Anubis looks to do what he can, but he's very immobile, very caught out right now, and very dead to Elnitz. The third kill, but then is the esports. To go on a rampage and get the deicide that they so desperately want, but escaping his Ice Pervin and Myson, another Gold Fury is wide open for Dynasty.
Wide open for Dynasty Esports. Their Team Recess actually re-engaged again with the taunt coming out of Kurisuto, but I don't think they realized or it just was a bad engage because Elnidas was back, came back to the fight, had his ultimate available, and he obviously has those heals for sustain. Very bad on the side of Team Recess, I think that part.
It was a good idea, but they should have realized when they got a bit too greedy. When the rep up got taken down, they needed to back up. They needed to make sure they got a kill to Inferno even, rather than Patch 12. He was already low, was the Charon, but Inferno, he was full HP. A lot of damage coming up in this range right now. It's gone completely unchecked throughout the game.
Yeah, Dynasty Esports tried starting up that Gold Fury. They will not go ahead and secure that. So Gold Fury is still up for grabs, even though Dynasty Sports went ahead and got a couple extra kills there. Both teams do have a little bit of coverage on it, but the coverage is going on the side of Dynasty Esports.
We're going to take a look at the grass right now. You can see for most of the game it has been in favor of Team Recess, but right now it's a completely even game. 613 experience difference, 261 in favor of Team Recess, and it's not looking like it's going to be changing anytime soon, as both teams are fairly even in these fights.
Yeah, extremely even fights. Both teams sticking around a long time. If this match goes, I mean, we're already at 21 minutes, goes another 10 minutes, hits 31 minutes, who do you see with the upper hand with these two team comps?
If the game is still even 31 minutes in, I'd have to give an advantage to Team Recess only very slightly. I can't look past the amount of damage coming out from an Anubis and Hu Yi combination whilst Isu's terrorizing the backline. Anyway, it's up to Elnitz on this one to make sure he stays alive and keeps this Raijin doing as much damage as possible.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I think it's going to come down for Dynasty Sports, the Elnids, like you said, though. They have that sustain. So if they can go ahead and engage, maybe drop back just a little, regen back up and re-engage again, the advantage will be in Dynasty Sports. If not, and Team Recess finds these burst kills, they're going to go ahead and take it, in my opinion.
A lot of wards have been placed by most members of these teams, but the lowest wards coverage coming out are both on the side of Dynasty Esports, Elnitz and the Inferno 99 putting down 3 and 4 wards respectively. But up at the top we see both the supports putting down 9 wards each. That's just a sway of Team Recess as they look to try and have vision control.
Yeah, really fighting over the vision battle right now. And as far as damage go, Icebervin at the top of everybody right now, really doing a lot of work in these team fights and using his ultimate really as a space giver for his team.
Yeah, Kazusuko on that, and it was actually sitting third from bottom just above the supports. Not what you expect to find at Anubis, but he's just been put under a lot more pressure than you would like to have been afforded to him.
Izus does go up into his ultimate, doesn't get anything out of it, and they're going to start up this Gold Fury, see if they can burst it down, but they are going to go ahead and leash it.
Alright, and here we go. They're going to be a smaller engagement coming up out of this. Going into this cavalry charge, looking for Icebervin and the Mice. And Mice are going to be taunted back into Inferno. He likes the sound of music, and he might fall down to it as well. He's mesmerized by it, he's dazed by it, and he's going to die to it. Patch gets the kill, and up into the air for a Merry Goose Chase goes Isus as he tries to dash away. A huge ultimate coming out there from Icebervin, not enough to kill Patch as he gets away.
Not enough to kill, but was enough to at least, again, like I talked about, the space giver wasn't enough to give the space to Izus to go ahead and escape and not allow Dynasty Sports to continue to chase down Izus.
But now with them pressured out, Team Recess do not have a line to get into the Scorpio, which is currently being taken down by Dynasty Esports. Easy is teleporting into the back, but the Gold Fury is quite low already. The Wrath is going to come out. Blink Torque coming out. Team Recess steal the Gold Fury. Kirisuto with a big steal and a big play, and it's going to be a big cleanup potentially. Iceberg going in aggressive. The Lord Keeper, Icep in the back line, who's quite low. Out goes to Kubikana, but into the cavalry charge in the back line. Elvis doing best he can to zone out the Hu Yi, but in the back line of his own team, it looks like it's going to be Kirisuto going to kill onto Patch. Icep in the Kubikana passive. He's going to be able to survive just for now. Isu's going to get away. They're going to kill. They got the Kubikana passive. They got the Gold Fury. They need to get out now before they take some spills.
Absolutely. They need to go ahead and get out of this fight. They got what they can out of it. Just back off now. But it looks like actually they reset. They're going aggressive, and they might pick up this kill on Elnidas. We have an ultimate coming out of Kirisuto now. Full health, gets the taunt off. Doesn't look like big cataclysm coming out though out of the Maizen on this Geb. They're looking to pick up more kills here.
Yeah, and the mess just cancelled consistently by the knockouts, by the stuns. Taiko drops coming out, big ball man talk consistently, but he's still gonna fall down. Is the Inferno? Out comes the Death Gaze. It's just a lighthouse show right now, and it looks like the tier 2 tower might be falling down.
Team Recess, really nice job. They're stealing that Gold Fury, getting the kills. We both thought they should probably back off. They actually re-engaged, picked up a couple more kills. Really nice ultimate out of the Inferno. Unfortunately, wasn't enough with those Taiko drums to pick up any kills, and he ended up taking the spill right after.
Arasa Contono could only watch in disbelief as the rest of his team got completely demolished by the onslaught from Team Reassess, and that blink taunt Hog coming out from Kirisuto was so beautiful, so well timed as well. There's so many opportunities there where you just mistime it that 1 second too early, 1 second too late. He got it perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. And we were just talking about how the graphs are about dead even from that engagement alone. Now it is up to over 3K in experience and 2,700 in gold on the side of Team Recess.
So I have a question for you. It's the second game of the tournament, and neither team has really looked at Erlong Shen. Where do you think he fits into the meta right now?
I personally thought he was extremely strong right now. You know, I can't think of his ability, but his root has such good damage as well as range on it that he's so tanky and brings so much damage to the table. I'm actually surprised that we haven't seen him picked up at all.
I mean, I would have expected maybe a couple bans against him, maybe even one in the first 2 games of the day. But Kopacon forced to go back into the rest of his team, a bit low health, and Elder's going to just heal up his wounds. He's the medic of the team.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now since 26 minutes, we're starting to see the Fire Giant dance. Although they are going up on Elnitas, he is up in his ultimate cavalry charge, looking to just back off, possibly try and get this kill on Kazusuko.
No, but in the defender of Olympus, look to try and support. The ADC is under quite a lot of pressure. Patch gets a shutdown kill. Kazusuko also falls into Arasa Contondo. And in the back, Isus by himself, 1 versus 4. He's been cursed. He's not healing as much as you would expect. 2 of a mana, and that's going to be a lot of trouble for him. He's going to have to try and get out of dodge. Myson rooted. As Zephyr looking to try and get the chase, but the CC immunity rollout from Myson gets him out of dodge, and the gold Fire Giant actually is up and ready to be taken.
Alpha, I believe. I believe in the Blink Taunt Hog again.
I mean, he's blinked already.
He did just blink a little bit early.
I mean, Arasa Contodo is a bit too far away right now. The Hog's range is almost there. It's going to come out any second now. Cataclysm comes out from Myson. Let's try and zone the rest of the team. Hogs are about to come flying down in second now. Dynasty claim the gold, the Fire Giant. It's a golden objective. It's a golden time for them. And it may just be the thing that they need to close up this game. Melnitz going up to his carry charge, looking for Myson on this Geb. And this is going to be all she wrote. Goodbye, you big rock.
Patch goes ahead and picks up that kill. Athena's going to go ahead and back off. And Fire Giant goes to the side of Dynasty Esports. They do pick up 1 kill, although Inferno did drop to the hands of Ezeus in that fight.
What went wrong in that fight completed for Team Recess? I honestly think it was the fact that Alex Bevan got completely caught out by Patch and lost that ADC fight heavily. Yeah,
he lost that ADC fight heavily. It looked like they were trying to contest that blue buff and collapsed on Elnitas, but that Miss Esports was able to go ahead and actually separate Team Recess. Like you said, they did get the kill on the ADC and then immediately picked the kill up on the Anubis right after, and that was just allowing them to snowball into that Fire Giant.
Well, the good thing for Team Recess, though, is the fact that they still have 5 towers up, so this Fire Giant really shouldn't result in much pressure onto the Phoenixes and the Titan. Maybe 1 Phoenix, possibly even 2 falling down if Tennessee Esport gets a good engagement or a lucky push, really, against some of the objectives.
If you're Team Recess right now, are you trying to defend a tier 2, or are you just dropping all the way back to the first Phoenix?
If I'm Team Recess, I'm looking to potentially get a nice Blink taunt coming out from Athena. May have to wait until the tier 2 fight, so that Blink is still down for the next 15 seconds, so definitely have to give up tier 1s, but they showed that they can fight. They do have the gold advantage, and with that, they have been able to find wins, but they've just been pegged back consistently with Dynasty Esports and need to be careful in the next engagement.
Do have a charge taunt coming out of the Athena, but on the flip side, Isaac winning the back out a 3-man Mez off.
I don't think it's going to be too much linking in is Arasa Contodo. But Elna is going way too deep instead of putting it back underneath the tower. It's not going to be too much damage though, as Isus looks to do his best to zone the rest of the team away. Olympus comes out, Myson in there as well. They're going way too deep, but the gun is just a bit of mismatch in communication. Go in, go out, go in, go out, and 2 of them fall, and they're going to shake it all out.
And now with 2 of them down and the Fire Giant obviously still on the side of Dynasty Super, they have the Fire Giant, Regen, as well as Elnitas on this Guan. They are definitely going to go, or they should get at least 1 Phoenix, possibly 2, especially if they pick up this kill here, which they do.
There's a great stun from that Curse Strength coming out from Arasa Contodo. They get the Phoenix. They're actually going to be able to find a second one as well. The mid tower is going to be basically gone in the blink of an eye. I mean, Patch, he doesn't have that much penetration online, only the 10 of to him by the Ickvile, but he doesn't need that. He's got backdoor protections being removed, he's got Fire Giant buff, it's fine.
So we see this Fafnir jungle as they go ahead and siege this mid Phoenix. It looks like they're going to go ahead and get this really. What do you think of this Fafnir build? He has the Dynasty Plate, Void Stone. He also has the Gem of Iso, which does proc offer his Coerce when he's in that ultimate. So he can go ahead and give that attack speed to everybody, and everybody will proc Gem of Iso off of the Fafnir. So bit tanky, a lot of 10 coming out. What do you think of this build right now?
I like it. It's a very utility-based build. He's looking for as much damage as possible for as cheap as possible. Was also allowing his team that extra bit of slow, which you wouldn't usually see coming from anywhere else. Like to see maybe a Soul Reaver come out as his final item as well, because don't forget, Coerce also likes to use everything on that ability. I mean, you can proc, I think you can proc Demonic Grip as well as Telkines. It definitely procs Soul Reaver, I do know that much.
Wow, I did not know that it procs Soul Reaver actually off of. So he can get the proc of Soul Reaver off of everybody on his team.
I mean, yeah, if you gave it to an Archon who also had Soul Reaver, 20% of the HP would immediately be gone.
Wow, that I did not know. I knew the Gem of ISO. That's very interesting. Yeah, Soul Reaver would be very nice then on this stuff here. It looks like he does finish the Mantle of Discord, so a little bit more CDR as well as that passive where he'll go ahead and send that stun shockwave out. So a bit more tanky on the side of Fafnir.
So an item we haven't seen too much of since its inception, it was heralded as what really people thought of it to be as a broken item was Ritual Dagger, but it has been picked up far and few between. ISF going to be repping that blade on his build, and it's a good item for him right now. His sprint is going to be adding 2.5 seconds to its use, and the curse is also going to be adding 2.5 seconds, so it's 7.5 seconds of extra mobility and 7.5 seconds of extra slows for him.
Yeah, it also gives him a little bit more health and some cooldown reduction, so very nice item here at near the end of his build. I'm going to guess he's probably, that last item that he's building into is probably going to go be a Spirit Robe or maybe a Mantle of Discord himself just to get even more CDR as well.
He's got 20% already with the Shoes of Focus and Ritual Dagger. He could go into that Fire Giant, going to be started up as well. I mean, either item is good for him at this point. Kusuto just taking a whiff around the corner, going to get stand out, and they're not doing a whole host of damage to him right now. As out comes the Cavalry Charge, looking to get the stun onto him. Out comes the Draconic Transformation, and out comes the Tycho Drums as well. It's a concert just for Kusuto, and no one else is invited to this death party.
Very nice job. Zoned it out, get the kill there, which, as far as the Fire Giant goes right now, that's probably the biggest threat for the Steel. We've already seen the Blank Hog coming on the Gold Fury, so they do not have, or I'm sorry, Wrath. They do not have Wrath now on the side of Team Recess, whereas Dynasty Sports does. And it looks like they're just going to go ahead and give up that Fire Giant for free, knowing they can't steal it.
Okay, so the first Fire Giant, they got, surprisingly, 3 towers and 2 phoenixes. Now they're already aggressing onto the first phoenix. They're actually making sure Isus has to get out, with his ultimate being used as well. So that's going to be a massive amount of momentum in the favor of Dynasty Esports. They're going to get this tier 2 as well, and maybe even the final phoenix pushing on towards the end as well after one last team fight. That's certainly the dream play right now for Dynasty.
Yeah, absolutely. And we were talking about how close it was. These last couple of games, starting with that last Fire Giant, the first Fire Giant the Dynasty Sports got, they've absolutely taken advantage of it and just been running away with this game ever since then.
Yeah, and out comes the Mets from Kumbhakana. They're looking to try and end this as quickly as possible. Isus, what's Isus Curse was going to do now to defend this Phoenix as it falls down? 5 minutes pouring in left, right, and center. The Titan down to 8,000 HP and its lowest defenses possible. But left side Phoenix does respawn Ice Ferv instead, but he has to get out already. It's been invaded by the Fire Nation. Yeah,
they're going to go ahead and take this Phoenix, go back to mid, probably wait for this mid Phoenix to spawn and get that. Or just look into, yeah, it looks like they're going to go ahead and wait for this mid Phoenix to respawn, take that. Possibly just back or just look to end.
Alright, Titan, it's looking quite nervous right now as all the Phoenixes have gone down. Dynasty Esports, they're just backing up right now. They're not at full HP, not at full mana. They're waiting for the Fire Giant to bring that back up. Maybe we go back to base by that final license before the final push. But it's certainly looking very dire for Team Recess.
Yeah, looking at the golden hand, Fafnir sitting at 3K, Kumba 2,500. Basically everybody on the side of Dynasty is above 2K. So they could look to purchase those last big items, buy some 500 health pots. Fafnir sitting at 3,000 gold. Looks like he's full build, so he'll probably buy a 3K pot here. Actually looks like he has left base. No, he's still in base, so I'm expecting
there we go. He sold his Dynasty Plate helmet, has got that Soul Reaver I was talking about before, so look for Patch to proc Soul Reaver as a physical ADC. Yes, you heard that right.
Very interesting that Patch, yep, is like you said, is going to get that Soul Reaver proc as a physical god here. That is going to be huge in this next team fight. They already obviously have Fire Giant. They're going to pick off the Mizen here. He's not even moving. He knows he's dead. And looks like they're just going to go ahead in here and siege down.
I mean, I think Mizen there was a bit... I don't know. He may have been. Yeah, he's
He
DC'd
DC'd.
actually.
Yeah, I was just say he DC'd.
And it's actually good sportsmanship coming out right now for Dynasty Esports. As they're the ones who are pausing the game for their opponents. I recognize that they're having a bit of trouble there. And I don't think they would have got the kill onto Myson had they realized he was DC'd.
Yeah, I agree. I thought Misen was just completely out of position there. It looks like he did DC. And actually, I'm just looking here at chat. He's saying he can't get back into the game. Unfortunately, it looks like he's saying that. I just took a glance over at EGL chat.
All right, and given the link that he tried to post in the chat but actually didn't post, they actually can't reconnect, and Team Recess actually end up forfeiting this game. So Dynasty Esports, they will move on to the next round. Congratulations to them. And unfortunately, it wasn't the debut of Anubis that people were looking for.
No, wasn't the debut. Really close game, early mid. Team that basically that first fire giant is really what gave it away to Dynasty. They took really good advantage of it. And I really liked, as far as on Dynasty Sports, I really like Aras Ancantoto on this Fafnir. I thought he had great peel for his team and just an overall great presence on that Fafnir in the jungle.
I also like the way that they played the fights from time to time. I mean, it was really down to whether Patch and Iceberven were even or not. When Patch got ahead and got the advantages, Recess rotated towards Iceberven to try and help him out, rather than just do what their team comp was designed to do, which was peel for the Anubis instead. And just left Anubis and Isus by themselves, one to be taken down. Double kill over there, still gets a kill onto Iceberven, takes down the Fire and just completely wins the game from that play alone.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess we will take a short break and come on back with the next round of the EGL tournament.